Hi, it's Luke. I just released a new beta version of Strum Machine onto the beta website, which is beta.strummachine.com. And in this video, I'm going to show you a little bit about how the beta works and then the three big new features that are in this beta release, the playlist features, medleys, and volta brackets or ending variations. So first of all, every beta release is put out on beta.strummachine.com first before it makes it onto the main website or the mobile apps. And that is so that folks like you can try it out, can beta test it, both to be able to use the new features before everyone else, which is kind of cool, but also to send me feedback so that I can fix any problems that are there or incorporate your suggestions. When things are in beta form, they're still more malleable. I can more easily make changes to them. So I really like getting your feedback. Oh, I should also say that this beta release in particular, I've done a ton of work under the hood, cleaning out code, modernizing things, paving the way for the next year or two of features, some big stuff that I'm really excited about. But that means that there's even more chance that I screwed up somewhere and there's a problem. So I'm hoping that you'll be able to just use the beta site in your normal Strum Machine practice use, as you're playing with it. And, send me a note if there's anything wrong that you notice as you're going along. So I've got beta.strummachine.com loaded in my web browser. It's going to log me in with my existing Strum Machine account. So all of my songs and lists and preferences are all here. And then, I could just use it as normal. But for now, let me walk you through the three new features. First, playlists. So we've already got lists. And if you've been using Strum Machine for a while, you probably have made lists of like the songs you like to practice or whatever. And if you haven't, what are you waiting for? It's really makes things handy because I can have a list of, okay, here's my current focus. I'm practicing these 5 songs, all right? So I'll tap the first song. And now, here's what's new. At the top here, there's a bar with some controls, some links. First, we've got links to the next and the previous song, so I can go up and down the list, the songs in the list, by tapping these buttons here. If I want to shuffle that order, I'll press this shuffle button, and now it's going to give me the songs in a random order. And when I get to the end of the list, it'll ask me to reshuffle, and then it'll give me them in a different order. So here's the thing. If you hit shuffle, and then you go through your songs, it's not just going to give you a random song and maybe give you the same song twice and not hit another song. It will guarantee that you will hit every song in your list. So you're not going to miss out on anything if you're shuffling. I feel like I've done better than Spotify in that regard, but that's another story. And then the other new thing is this auto advance button in the left side of this bar. So if I turn on auto advance, then when I get to the end, it's going to automatically turn on auto finish. And I can set auto finish to be whatever number of repetitions I want. But when I get to the end of the song here, and I happen to have turned on play next song automatically, so it will automatically play the next song. But if you don't want that, you can turn that off, and then it will just load it up for you. So that's something I've gotten a fair amount of requests for, so I put it together. I hope you guys like it. Let me know how it works for you. So that's playlists. The next feature is medleys. Medleys is where you put songs together back to back, where they play seamlessly. So let's show you how that works. I'm going to start with a tune like Morrison's Jig. And when you go to menu in the top right corner, you tap medley, add song to a new medley. And then I got to find the next song. I'm not really thinking about what would make a good medley, but I'm just going to put together Fork a Deer and maybe another song. This one. That'll be a very weird medley. Okay, create medley. Okay, it's going to ask if I want to add it to a list. I can sure I'll add it to my current focus list. So here we go. That's about it. Hide the menu. Now all three tunes are in one flow here. This is just a very long tune, so that's probably a mistake, but they're here. I can say how many times I want to repeat each song, say 3 times, do this twice, and I can change the key. Right now, they're all going to be played at the same speed, which I can set here. Eventually, you're going to be able to change the speed of each tune, but I just haven't done that yet. So for now, it's got to be all the same speed. But you can have it go from a jig to a reel, and it will keep the same basic downbeat tempo. So that's another thing that a lot of people have requested for years now, so I'm really excited to have that out. Let me know how that works for you. And then the third thing is ending variations, which are called volta. And I learned that myself, so I'm sure that this is a term that not everyone is going to be familiar with. But here's how it works. If I'm making a new song and I want it to be some G, and then some D, and then some G, and then it goes on to the next section, say like that. And I want this to repeat twice, and then I want to have G7 the second time. I'm going to make this, so I go to Chart, Volta brackets here, new setting. That will be 1, and then here, this will be 2. So let me save this just so it's a little bit clearer. So this 1 means that it will only play this part here when on the first rep of this section. This will only be played on the second rep. So we'll go like this. Play. So remember this thing about helping me catch bugs? There's a good example. Let me try loading the song again. There it goes. I'll go fix that bug before I release this. So now it plays the first time, then it goes back, it jumps ahead to the second, then it will go to the next section. So this is a way of just sort of simplifying your charts. Sometimes, if there's an A part of a tune that is almost exactly the same except for the ending, before you would have to write the whole thing out twice and just for that one little change. Now you can just write it out once and use those ending brackets, the volta, to say, okay, the first time I want it to end like this, the second time I want it to end like this. Eventually I'm going to have to go back through the library and use this new feature on a bunch of these songs that are already in there. But for now, this is something you can do with songs that you create, and maybe you'll find that useful. So that about covers it for the new beta. There are some other little things that you might find, some improvements and enhancements I've made, but that's the main gist of it. Yeah, let me know how it works for you, and thank you again for using it.